say I enjoy one type of hunt over another would be a little misleading. I feel very fortunate anytime I am able to be in the woods, weapon in hand, trying to outsmart these amazing creatures. But this year, I decided to focus the majority of my time and effort on an archery elk hunt, knowing if I worked hard and spent the time, it would pay off. Opening morning, and everything we wanted to happen has happened. We've spotted 18 bulls up in this canyon last night. We made a plan to get above them, and we were just hoping they would still be there. Well, they're still there, but the only problem was we missed our destination by a half a mile. I don't know how we did it. We got turned around. There's a creek. We were supposed to be on the east side. Somehow we ended up on the west side of it. But, so all the bulls are right up here, 1,000 yards. There's just no way to get ahead of them right now. So, use your GPS. Don't try to think that you're smarter than it. Just use it. I should have just pulled mine out this morning and followed it. But I thought, I know exactly how to get there. Screwed us up. But we're going to enjoy watching these bulls for a little bit. And then I think we're going to try to put them to bed and see where they bed. And go and set up this afternoon right in front of them. Hopefully they come out. But, freaking riot, man. 18 bulls sitting right there. After hunting hard for 7 straight days and missing on a couple close calls, we decided to head home and return later in the month. So we spotted this bull up on this knob. It's probably 3/4 of a mile. There's 3 bulls in there and about 6 cows. So we're gonna go stick an arrow in one, but trying to keep the wind in our face, obviously. But they're just right up on this ridge. They're in the next little valley over the top of this. So we're gonna kind of work our way up, check the wind, because the wind changes on every one of these freaking ridges, and get in the bottom, it changes. We're gonna get up there, get the wind in our favor, hopefully. Sound like right in here. This is the plan. We're gonna go have some fun because we're in freaking bugling bulls, and there's nothing funner than that. But this big 360, 370 bull sticks his head out. We're gonna have lots of fun. Back with me. once we get close, because we're gonna get close. I hope I can pull my freaking bow back. I'm doing the old shaky arm. Dude, that is him, man. That's the giant we saw 2 days ago. We saw him 2 days ago. We were within 150 yards. We lost him. We had an inkling they would come up here. No one's been hunting up here. We haven't seen any elk up this area. We hunted this morning, seen a lot of bulls. We watched half of his scouts go right. He never went with them. So we thought, this bull's gotta go left in this country. We haven't hunted. Sure as can be. Eric spotted him bedded. Got about an hour, so we gotta get over there. He's a giant. If it stays like that would be good, but every once in a while it might down. Should continue to come down. Dude, so. Did you see it? Show you. Did I nail him? I don't know. Dude, I saw it tight. I don't know if that was the big bull. It's the broken third bull. I thought so. He was going. I was like, okay, I'm gonna sneak up on him. Well, he called first. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get him. Then he called, and I was like, oh, there he's been. Here he comes out of the trees, dude. And I'm trying to get a shot, dude. All of a sudden, he's right here, licking his lips, dude, coming right through there. Boom, 40 yards. Dude, I saw blood immediately. That one deep. Got good penetration. Tips. Dude, tips still in him. What do you see here, dude? Bubbles. Yeah. Should be lungs. Should be lungs, dude. Pretty awesome. We tracked him about, 100 yards. Found the arrow. It's good penetration. Bubbles like it's a long shot. But these animals are so freaking tough, dude. They'll go for they'll live for a while. A half an hour, and if you keep following him, he could be bedded right in these trees. The last thing we want to do is bump him, because once you bump a bull or deer or anything, they get more adrenaline. They'll run and run and run. And they'll die eventually, but it's just harder to find them. So we marked it with the GPS. I'm gonna leave my hat here in case I lose my GPS. And this is the last track we have. We know he's headed up this way. And tomorrow morning, bright and early, we're gonna come back in with the meat bags, cut him up, take him out of here, and it's gonna be done. It's gonna be a complete hunt, man. Freaking pumped out of my mind. This bull is so rad. We've hunted him, and we've had so many close calls with him. Like I said, there was a bigger bull up the hill, but dude, when this bull came in, I told Eric earlier, I said, this is my bull. It's a destiny bull. I even found a horseshoe right before I told him that. That's always lucky. So let's we're gonna go back to camp and try to get some sleep, which I won't, I know, but we just don't want to bump him. So I mean, freaking get better than this, doesn't. So it is the next morning, and we're just headed in to go try to find him. So I think we have a good feeling he's dead, without a doubt. We just got to go in and finish tracking him, and now it's light. We're gonna find him. It's gonna be freaking rad. It will. Just right where we left his last track was right here. Man. We just gotta start looking for his blood and his tracks. I think they go up here. Got some blood there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're losing him. This is the last blood. Right there. I was like, this doesn't seem right. Yeah, I went back and found the blood. We just gotta keep with the blood. It's not looking good. We shot him last night. Decided to make the decision to leave him so he could go die, not bump him. It's kind of what we've always learned, and it's kind of always what's worked. Came back in this morning, got on his tracks where we left him last night. Started finding blood immediately. Found 8 or 9 just big piles of blood. Blood for about 300 yards that led to a bed with no elk in it. That's never a good sign. But we found a bed. There was quite a bit of blood in the first bed. He looked like he got up, moved to another bed, which there was 0 blood after the first bed. Moved to another bed, and looks like he spent the night there. And we think we might have bumped him this morning when we came in here. I mean, we gave him 12 hours basically to go and sit and die. I couldn't have been happier with the shot placement. If you drew an elk on the wall and told me to go point my finger right where I'd want to shoot an elk with a bow, that's exactly where I feel like I hit last night. I don't know. I'd have no idea what happened. I don't know why he didn't die. I mean, so frustrating. I take killing an animal very, very serious, and I mean, I love to hunt and I love everything that comes with it. For me to think that I wounded an animal and he's out there roaming around it's heartbreaking. I'm either gonna find that bull dead, hopefully, and can recover the meat, or I'm gonna find him that he's up and about and he's doing fine, or I'm done elk hunting. I mean, that's just kind of how I was raised. I'm not gonna go chase any more elk. I'm gonna find him, or I'll notch my tag on him if I never do find him. So I'm just gonna try to keep positive, and I think, who knows? We'll see what happens. Well, I guess that's that. It's Sunday, 3 days after I shot that bull, and can't turn him up. It's nowhere to be found. Eric helped me for a day and a half, and then he had to go, and we went back to the original blood and tried to find a different area we thought he might have went. Tried to follow tracks, and the only tracks that we could confirm we thought were him were headed towards the creek, and you lose him after that. And so my GPS, just looking at the tracks on my GPS, and we have scoured every single one of these canyons, just gridded it into the grid system, and went back and forth, me and Eric, for a day and a half. He had to go home, and I've been doing the same for the last day and a half. I actually came up here on this hill so I could glass
this morning and see if I couldn't see him up and about or dead somewhere. So you can see all this country, but that's it.
Holy cow. You guys want to talk about a roller coaster? I've said it before, it's the highest of highs and the lowest of lows is elk hunting to me. Check this out, I can't even talk. I got back to my camp about a half an hour ago, got into some dry clothes, got something to eat, decided I was going to drive down the road to where I got service, and text my wife and tell her that I was coming home. And look at this text I just got. Are you kidding me? Is this real? That's him. That's the bull I've been looking for the last 3 days. So basically what happened was, I met a kid up here while I was hunting earlier this year. I got his number, he got mine. We were keeping in contact with each other. He watched me shoot the bull from up on the ridge. We talked, he knew I couldn't find him, and he had to leave yesterday. He had also met another guy up here hunting, and this guy was hunting down low on the private property. Well, this guy, I guess, somehow got word that somebody found this bull down on the private property, texted Dane, and they have the bull. They found him. I didn't get the whole story. I called him real quick. I'm going to get the bull. They found him Saturday afternoon. I asked him if they had the meat, and he didn't know if the meat was still good. He didn't ask him that. Friday, I don't know. I'm praying the meat's still good. I'm praying they packed the meat out. It'd be a bummer if they didn't. It was bad. I'm praying they have the meat. But they found him Saturday afternoon, and that's why I couldn't find him. That's why we couldn't find him. Oh my gosh, he jumped the fence. I didn't have permission to go on the private property. He jumped the fence and died, they said. And we walked that fence. Me and Eric had walked that fence. And we just didn't, we thought if there was a bull down there, we'd see him for sure. And they said he was just in a spot you couldn't see from the fence. And it's so funny how this works out, how everything works out. I always feel like things happen for a reason. There's a learning lesson to be taught, and it hasn't come to the surface yet in this. I don't know what else I could have done. I'm just happy to have the conclusion of the story. It broke my heart not knowing what happened, if the bull died, if he was okay. And to have closure, know that he did die. And, I mean, there's nothing more we could have done. I mean, I guess I could have went and tried to get permission to get on the private, but I'm just so thankful. And I don't know what else to say. It's done. It's done.